Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your fearless leader.
You got it, dude.
Hey, oh, let's go.
All right.
And here we go.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. I'm Trent Gang. You all know the world famous DMC3. Gorb, what's up?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Nothing. So we're going to start with a little bit of breaking news here. So one thing I found interesting that I found on X today was Patrick Queen reposted somebody's post that said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Did you see this?
I did, in fact, see that he retweeted that.
Find that a little bit interesting. Think that's a shot at the coaching staff?
I have no idea. Like, I don't know if that's a shot at them. Maybe it's about something else in general. But I do think that when players retweet stuff that they didn't directly say themselves, that is definitely them trying to make some kind of statement, point, comment without directly saying it. Because then he can just go, oh, I wasn't even talking about the team or whatever. He can use it as an excuse if asked. So, yeah, I do wonder. I don't blame him. I'd be fucking pissed off too. Like, you guys face a 3-12 team, and it was to win the division, and you lost. The defense, in my opinion, besides the first quarter-ish, did really well and only gave up 13 fucking points.
Yeah.
And their offense could not score 14 to win it.
Nope. It's crazy. I mean, it's like he's not exactly a guy in a rookie deal either. So, like, this kind of guy knows when you do something like this, it's going to trigger a reaction. Like, people are going to read into it however they want. It's hard not to think of this as a possible shot at either the coaching staff, players on the team. Maybe this is the defense pissed off at the offense for not sealing the division up, giving them a chance to get healthy. I don't know, but it's hard not to read anything into this thing.
I mean, I'm glad he did it because, right, like, I mean, just as you guys know, I've questioned the preparation from them going into this game. I've questioned it. It just didn't look like a team that was really prepared, in my opinion. The game plan was wrong on both sides of the ball. And how much work did they really put into it? That's my question.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that maybe that's because he's been one of those ones to complain in the past of not really being dialed in and practices not being serious enough and stuff like that. And it makes me wonder if that happened again.
I was just going to say, like, he's been one of the guys who can be outspoken at times about things like this. So, like, he's one that you need to listen to. When he starts saying something, he's the guy who calls the defense. I mean, he's basically the quarterback of the defense. So, I mean, when he says something, everybody in that locker room on the defensive side of the ball has to listen. So you got to figure his word carries some weight on both sides of the ball. So, again, I'm curious. I'd love to know. We'll probably never know, but I'd love to know more about exactly what he meant by reposting that.
Yeah, but we'll never know. He's not gonna.
We'll never know.
Well, I'll tell you this: if they lose to the Ravens, Sunday night. He may let it rip.
We may find out a lot.
He may let it rip then.
Yeah, you're right about that. The other piece of unfortunate news, Darnell is definitely done for the season. Broken forearm. I think we all kind of expected this, but there was somebody saying maybe if they made it to the Super Bowl, he could be back. This thing sounds like he's pretty well done.
He's done.
So
broke his arm.
That's a big part of the offense. I mean, regardless of how you look at it, his blocking ability, the way they've utilized him in some of these short passes where he's made something out of nothing. Like,
what was that record when he had less than 40 snaps they would lose? Weren't they like 0-7? There was something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was starting to climb more and more. I think they've only lost to this today. I don't know because he didn't log 40 snaps in that game. I think they've only lost one game where he has logged 40 snaps at this point. Maybe 2. I don't know.
I don't know. I just remember you had that thing where you said that, like, if he doesn't get more than 40 snaps, they lose.
Yeah.
And when he does, they win. And case in point, he didn't get 40 against the Browns, and they lost. So there's that.
Absolutely. So do you want to get into the Mike Tomlin press conference a little bit?
Yeah, why not?
So the interesting quote from the whole thing, my windshield is bigger than my rear view, which I find hilarious personally because we set up our entire goddamn draft based on his rear view because it was all to stop Derrick Henry.
Right.
We drafted Derek Harmon. We drafted Jack Sawyer. We drafted Y.A. Black, all run stuffing guys out of this draft class specifically based on Derrick Henry in 2 games. That is exactly your rear view coming out right in the draft.
Every draft, he lives in the rear view. So it's a great new Tomlinism. I'll give him that. Like, yay, a new Tomlinism. You know, he's always good for a new one every like 8 games when they get their ass kicked. But yeah, I saw that and I was just like, really? That's what you're gonna? Okay, whatever. Like, dude, honestly, before we even got to that, when they started talking about the fucking game, and I felt like he was blaming the defense again. Like when he talked about that they didn't, get the turnovers that they needed, and he's like, oh, and Herbig, if he intercepts that ball, it's a pick 6. Bro, you're not supposed to be depending on your defense to score your touchdowns for you. What the fuck is this? I'm sitting and I'm hearing this, and I'm like, are you mad because your defense didn't score a touchdown for you? Are we serious right now? This is where we're at.
That was game-changing play. That could have changed the entire outlook of the game. Don't worry about the offense not doing jack shit for the entire game.
Yeah.
Let's worry about an outside edge rusher not getting a pick 6 all the way out on the sideline. That's the biggest thing we got to worry about.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like, that's your takeaway from this? Like, your takeaway is that, well, if the defense would have just got more turnovers and scored touchdowns on them. No, bro. They had 2 turnovers, and your offense, I think, got 3 points off of 2 turnovers. Yeah. I think. Like, I just don't know how this guy can do this. Like, every single time it's obvious that the offense was the issue, he never, ever goes after it at all. It's crazy.
Couldn't have been Aaron Rodgers' fault. Couldn't have been Arthur Smith's fault. It was the damn defense. I mean, if they'd have just returned some of those picks for a touchdown, Corey, we probably would have won the game, but they didn't do their fucking job. I mean, that's just what it boils down to.
Herbig needs to become our number 2 wide receiver and return it for a touchdown.
Exactly.
I mean, the guy's got to drop weight. He's got to get quicker. Like, this is ridiculous.
I don't understand it. And then I thought the other thing that was hilarious to me is they were talking about how they replaced Darnell Washington because he is such a big part of the offense. And he's like, oh, basically we got Spencer Anderson. We can fill those shoes. No problem. Like,
oh,
really?
Now all of a sudden you got a backup plan.
Okay. Really? Spencer Anderson's the backup. So we're going to start slipping Spencer Anderson out there and getting some completions and things like, what are we doing?
Can we teach him how to stiff arm, please?
Yes.
Okay. So now that just to re-evaluate this, Herbig needs to be a wide receiver, and now Spencer Anderson needs to be also a wide receiver out there, or our next tight end. That's great. This is going good.
If we don't want to use Pat Freiermuth and we don't want to use Jonnu Smith, Spencer Anderson is a pretty easy shoe-in to be the next best tight end on the team, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
He will be our next best all-around tight end.
Yes.
Yes.
He's already been running routes, so I mean, I don't see what could go possibly wrong in this thing. Like, what could get wrong?
That's how we develop our offensive linemen, by the way. That's how we roll. Pat Meyer's specialty. Yes.
Don't worry about solid blocking. Just make sure you get out in the route.
Yes.
Throw your hand up. Let everybody know you're open.
Fuck it. Let's get the whole line on the Jugs machine right now. Let's knock it out. Every day, Jugs machine. Get your catches in, boys. Let's go.
Well, I don't know about this part yet. It sounds like he's optimistic that Isaac's going to be back in this game, but of course, you're going to need a full week's worth of work. But he sounded like basically everyone outside of Darnell was optimistic.
Everybody else back that's not suspended or broken arm or whatever. Yeah. Sounds like
even
all
I think
of those.
Mentioned hopeful about TJ.
He is. He said this is how optimistic he is about him.
Yeah.
Since one of our staff decided to stab him in the lung. Yeah. So, yeah, might have him back too.
He also called Baltimore said they're always a dance partner in this when they're coming down the stretch, which I was like, okay. Like,
be proud, Tomlin. Be proud.
It's an honor to be in this situation, and they're a dance partner. Apparently,
Yeah, we're all honored too. We're real honored. We're real happy about it.
we're real honored it came down to the last week of the season against a division rival that kicks our ass all the time and has the same guy who's kicked our ass the last 3 times that they've given him the ball 30 times.
Didn't he even say like welcome to AFC North Championship week or something like that to start the conference? And you're just like, are you that excited? Like, really? Like,
yes.
Oh.
God. This should have been an off week, by the way, Mike. I appreciate you letting us hang in here until the very end, though. Like,
God damn, Mike, did you want this to happen, or did you lose on purpose because you wanted to have this thing happen like this?
Yes. He was also asked about the potential of Aaron Rodgers' last game, but listen, there could be somebody else that might be having a last game if this goes the wrong way.
Oh. Yeah,
we talked about that a little bit last night.
If those rumors are true at all, that if they lose after being ahead of Baltimore by how much, dude? Yeah, I if they lose, I hope it's true. I really do. I hope we're finally done with this bullshit. To be honest, I hope we're fucking done because I've had
yep.
So
me too. I don't know. You were the one, I think, last night talking about somebody you were listening to on 93.7 The Fan saying that has a personal relationship with Rooney, and basically Art said he's going to bring his own ticket.
I don't want to get the – I think it was – Brian Batko was the person I heard that was – not heard, that I was listening to on the radio that was connected pretty good to Rooney, and pretty much it's been made clear that Tomlin will be gone on his own terms. But, hey – maybe that was a while back, and now they're like, holy fuck, here we go again for like a 4th year in a row. It's coming down to the very last fucking game again, and we don't look like we're going to do very well in the playoffs. Like, maybe there's been a change of heart. I have no idea.
Yeah. The other thing he was asked too, which I found the answer a little interesting because he's kind of almost backpedaled a little bit, but then also didn't completely, but he was asked a little bit more or less about how the usage between Jonnu Smith being more of the man beater guy and Pat Freiermuth being more of the zone beater guy, like, and he basically said players are highlighted through game plan. Well, no shit. but why aren't those guys being highlighted at all? I guess would be my question. When you have, one guy who we picked up off the street who hasn't played all season, and he becomes like your leading target guy in this game. Right. And you've got another guy who's 35 years old who we also picked up off the street because he got cut from Minnesota. Like, shouldn't you highlight the guys that you brought here and paid?
Yeah, I got a great idea. Can we highlight Muth and Roman Wilson maybe? Like, get one of them big-ass neon fucking markers. Highlight the shit out of them on a fucking board. Big letters. These guys. Let's try this, coach. Arthur Smith, like, grow some fucking balls and be like, hey, these guys, Aaron, not MVS who nobody wanted but us. Maybe go after these guys. Don't wait till 1 minute left in the fucking game and go, hey, Muth, get behind those linebackers. I'm going to throw it to you, buddy. Dude, I just get down in the red zone, back to MVS the whole time. MVS.
Yes. I thought it was just comical because you never get anything out of Tomlin in these press conferences. And like he comes up with that, like players are highlighted through game plan. No shit, dude. Like every player is highlighted through game plan, like on every team. But like, I think the question is, why the hell aren't you highlighting the right players? So
somebody asked him that. I was waiting for him to go, "You're stressing me out," like he said to Chris Carter when he asked him a complicated question. You're stressing me out. All right. You're stressing us out, bro. We're fucking stressed out. Jesus Christ. I hope this game ends in a tie. 26-26. Steelers can advance from a tie.
Just because let's do this. Like I'm all in. Okay. Why not? Why not? Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this usage from Pat Fryermuth. So we paid this dude like a top 10 tight end. Okay, so players are highlighted through game plan. Why the fuck is this guy not being highlighted through the game plan every week? I don't understand it. Because when he had opportunities in this game, he made plays. It wasn't a lot because let's be honest, the offense fucking blew the whole time. But when he had his chances, he made plays.
Yeah, I mean, he had 46 snaps at 70% of the snap percentage. I mean, compare him to, let's see, where did Janu Smith go? Janu Smith only had 27 snaps, so that's 41%. So he was out there. He just didn't get really. Rodgers just didn't fucking target him. He literally just didn't look his way.
He didn't at all. And I don't understand it because, that you cannot tell me by this point in the year that we're still talking about that week 2 or week 3 play where he doesn't go,
the one
where he doesn't sit down at the sideline,
the one where he dropped the ball.
Yep. Are we really still holding that goddamn grudge for real?
So he actually had 5 targets. And 3 of the 5 were at the very end?
He had the one big ball, I think, before the half.
Right.
And then I think everything else was in the second half.
Just think about this. It was like 2 or 3 of those passes were at the end. And he ended up leading the team in receiving with 63 yards. Next closest was Scotty Miller with 25 yards. That is... I can't even comprehend that was your top 2 receiving.
That's embarrassing.
Very. Yes, very. Like 9 targets for MVS. 9. Then it went 5 for Janu, 2 for Washington, 5 for Thielen, and 4 for Gainwell.
And I thought Gainwell would have had 10.
But you know what? The thing that makes me actually even more angry is Jaylen Warren, 21 snaps, bro. 21 fucking snaps. That's only 32% of the snaps percentage. Like that's insane. He was averaging, was it 5.3 we had?
Yeah, 5.3 per carry.
And there was some runs by him that was really producing.
And and there was a couple of them he was making on his own because the blocking wasn't great.
And like you said, their top 3 pass defense, what the fuck we throwing 39 times? So
I couldn't understand it. The whole game plan really just sucked. And I mean, I had this thing. So I was watching film and I'm like, nobody's doing anything downfield. Do you know who the 2 players with the longest plays in the game were? Pat Fryermuth,
and then
Connor Hayward on the fucking fake tush push.
Yeah.
They both went for 29 yards.
Nice.
That was the 2 longest plays of the game.
Yeah.
That's a bad offensive day when that's your 2 longest plays of the day, is a guy that you've just failed to utilize and another guy who was a fake tush push run off the edge.
We drafted Connor Hayward with the tush push in mind, I'm sure of it. That was going to be our tush push guy.
That was the long-term answer.
Great draft pick. Yep.
A+ draft pick.
The Spartan is born.
I think Shower's got a point here, though. I mean, even with Aaron Rodgers, we're not committing to using the middle of the field. And the Browns were in more cover two, especially later in the game, than I thought they were, because they ran a lot of man. They usually run a lot of man.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to get a cover two zone beat is to get behind the linebackers. That's why I kept bitching about it during the game with you guys in the group chat. I'm like, get behind the linebackers. And I mean, play after play, it's like, okay, nobody goes past 8 yards. Nobody goes past 8 yards. Nobody goes past 8 yards. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Gee, I wonder why they're not fucking coming out of this, is we're not going behind them at all.
No.
It was terrible.
Because God forbid you have to wait an extra second. The big bad Myles Garrett might get to you.
Yeah.
We can't have that happen.
I honestly, I don't feel like they played him that much differently in this game than they did the first game. I feel like Aaron rushed the ball a lot, and we ran some really fucking stupid. Like I said in the war room multiple times, do not run long, like stretch the field type, like or sideline to sideline, stretch the field. Not God forbid we would have had fucking nobody were downfield. But like sideline to sideline, we had long developing, slow plays, and they just ate them all up. I think I counted 7 plays that were like that.
The long screen passes were fucking horrendous. That was just such a bad game plan there with that. I just don't understand if you see the cover 2 and they've got 2 deep split, why you're not automatically adjusting to that. And they did.
Mm-hmm.
It was too late. So I don't know, man. I just to see Jaylen Warren 21 snaps is just absolutely ridiculous to me. Gainwell had 45, just to compare. He had over double.
It was nowhere near as effective. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
not today.
And some of that's not even his fault, to be honest with you. But just in general, just he was doing well when he ran the ball. I know he had that fumble in the very beginning, but we got it back. He didn't give it up, and I, in a way, made me feel like Tomlin was like, "That's it. You're not going to get as many carries today," because that's Tomlin in a nutshell. Oh my God, you fumbled the ball. That's it. Done.
There's got to be something too, because what else could have? He was way too effective in this game for them to not just continue to feed him. And honestly, the Browns, they play that wide 9 technique with both edges, and it leaves the middle open. I mean, if you ran anywhere between the tackles, there were open lanes to be had, and we just refused to do it. And when we did, Jaylen was ripping through yardage.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because like I've listened to other podcasts. I've listened to the radio today and yesterday. I've heard no one bring up was he kind of sort of, we're not going to you because you fumbled the ball early. Well, you're not going to get as many snaps today. Like I wanted to bring that up tonight because I was wondering how in the world that happens. That's inexcusable to have 21 snaps. But then I thought about it and I was like, oh shit, he fumbled that ball early. So now I wonder if that's what it was. For Gainwell to double the amount of snaps over.
It's absurd. I mean, the only other thing you could say is that we threw the ball 39 times and we only ran it 25, and Gainwell's going to be on the field during passing.
Sid said even Bob Spears' nipples can't save this season.
Jesus. That's ridiculous. I half blame Bob. I wonder if he had the lucky hat on for this game.
Yeah.
It might have been Bob's fault.
We're gonna call this Bob's flu game. Bob got the flu and shit went downhill.
He didn't come through like Jordan did. I'll just say that. Jordan came through in the clutch in the flu game. Bob, you dropped the ball, buddy.
I gotta give Bob credit for the intro last night.
He did come through with the intro.
That was pretty fire. That was his going out. He went out on top there with that one.
I mean, without DK Metcalf, I mean, were you not surprised that we didn't just utilize the hell out of both Gainwell and Warren in this game? Because I would have thought between those guys, you'd have seen a minimum of 30 touches.
Correct. I thought they would be the playmakers. Like, we're going to make them be the ones we favor in this to try to win this. And When the league zigs, we zag, baby. You think we're going to do something? Nah, we ain't doing that today. MVS is going to be our guy till the end. And that's exactly what happened. It ended like that with him.
How much of that's on Aaron Rodgers and how much of that's on Arthur Smith?
It is a combination. It was Aaron just as much as Arthur Smith. I think the game plan was wrong, which I blame both Arthur and Tomlin, and Aaron was wrong with the stuff he was doing out there too. Like, I don't know how in the world you don't want to look Moose way. That to me is on Aaron.
Yeah.
And
there's so many plays in the game where Aaron's just locked into one guy on the pre-snap read, and he's going to that guy. And it didn't matter what happened. That Scotty Miller play was that way. I mean, Thielen was wide open underneath. They knew they were going to have a rub route coming off of the line. They knew that play was coming. The play was designed to go to Thielen for an easy pitch and catch first down. And Aaron just said, you know what? I don't know if I can hold the ball long enough for the rub route. Scotty Miller has a one-on-one. I'm just going to throw this thing and hope we get a touchdown. I mean, that was a shot in a prayer.
And here's another weird thing too. This is so when it comes to Roman Wilson, you drafted this guy in the 3rd round. It's time to shit or get off the pot. Like, you got Tomlin talking him up actively in the press conference before going into this game. And then he gets 9 snaps. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, this is a 3rd round pick. You're down your wide receiver 1, your wide receiver 3A, we'll call CA. How do you not give this kid a shot of some sort to give them issues? Something. That's on Tomlin after talking about it. It's on Arthur Smith for not game planning something for Roman Wilson. And then 3, it's on Rodgers for when he was out there, you didn't give him one fucking shot. But did you or somebody say that all 9 snaps are run plays? Is that true? Was that right?
No, I was joking. I was joking around. I said that. I said it because it wasn't. There was. I wanted to kind of go through. It's hard for me to like highlight a certain player when I watch film. Like if I'm watching for the first time or sometimes on the second time through because I'm looking at other things. But like I noticed there was one route that he ran. It was in I believe the 2nd quarter. No, I think it was in the 3rd quarter. It was in the 3rd quarter where it looked like he was supposed to run a 15-yard out route, and he like rounded the route out to be a 20-yard out route. And by that point, like you're not running an out route anymore, dude. You're fucking running to the sideline to get a drink of water because there ain't no way you're getting the ball. Like it was bad. It was a bad one.
Running over 15 yards, just forget it, buddy.
Yeah, you're now running a fly pattern. You just keep fucking running straight to the back of the end zone because there's no point in snapping anything off at that point. No quarterback's throwing you the ball. So I did catch that one pretty easily.
Aaron probably wanted him to run a fly route straight to the locker room.
Yes.
Just go.
Aaron said, "Hey, I'll hit you in the shower. Go ahead and keep going.
Yeah,
we'll catch up later." I mean, did you feel like this team was too focused on Garrett? I kind of mentioned that a second ago, but we didn't really talk too much about it.
I was highly convinced that this was more about the stopping Garrett with the sack thing. And, you got people out there, oh, that's so stupid. It's so that. Okay, well, tons of professional players are saying that. Tons. So if it's not the game plan, then it was definitely Aaron. Aaron was worried to death. It might be just he was just worried to death he was going to get killed by Myles Garrett. I mean, you've got no offense to Dylan Cook because he's been good, but you've got him out there trying to stop him. I'm sure that was a little nerve-wracking, and I'm guessing that's what it was. But there were tons of dump-offs, tons of quick stuff, tons of screens, stuff, all that stuff. Way too much.
I mean, these wide receiver screens, I highlighted them not going to work in this game, and we ran it, I think, 3 different times. I know we had Gainwell out once, or was Gainwell twice? Gainwell might have been twice. I think MVS had one. I mean, those plays were just too long and too slow for a defense that is attacking downhill, especially man-to-man coverage. Like, and you're going against man-to-man coverage. Like, those guys are just going to come straight downhill. They're in press man. They're not like 5-10 yards off the ball.
You
like,
could tell
catching the ball getting hit.
but you could tell the Browns watched film. They knew when it was coming. They were ready.
Yeah.
They
just never backed off all game. Like
exactly. They knew.
I mean, the one shot, if you want to call it, that we took to MVS, that should have worked. And if we would have hit that, it starts to back that defense off a little bit. But Aaron threw the ball way too inside. And Romo was blaming MVS no way. MVS won, and they had inside leverage. He should have gone to the outside like he did down the sideline. And Aaron Rodgers, 9 times out of 10, probably puts that ball on the sideline, and that's a completion for a big gain or maybe more.
And that's why this game coming up, and we're going to talk about that Friday, obviously, but in general, CA being back will be the big deal for that, because he's that guy where you can attempt those big passes with to try to back that defense up if need be, back them off. So, but we'll get into that Friday. But yeah, I just horrible. There's just no way to put it. Like what they decided they wanted to do was just a horrible game plan, and it's why they lost.
Yeah, I feel like the frustrating part is that you don't have to know a lot about football to know the game plan was simply run the ball. Mm-hmm. And we refused to do it. Refused. And that's the thing for me that's the most frustrating thing is this wasn't hard to figure out. If you watched any games, you didn't have to watch all 22 or sit there and spend hours on stuff like that and cut up film. And you don't have to be that type of person. You simply can watch the Browns play and realize that's a really, really good pass defense. And they have some soft spots in the run game where you can easily pick up yardage. And that's the way you get them to break some of that pass defense up. So Buffalo was doing.
Yeah.
And we mentioned this. They gave up 6 points per game before this game going into it. That defense.
Yeah. Yeah. They're now at 22.6. So. But their rushing defense is not even top 10.
No. They're not a great run defense. So that's why I'm like, I was so frustrated watching it. I'm just like, you've got a guy averaging 5.3 yards a carry. He's making plays. He's making things out of nothing at times. Why are you not just force feeding him the ball until the Browns show they can stop him? I never understood that part of the game plan.
Yeah, their defense after this game against us, they're now averaging 114.8 yards per game. So we should have definitely ran the ball and decided not to.
And Aaron was off. You could see right from the get-go, Aaron was not on his game. And I feel like as an offensive play caller or even Mike Tomlin watching the game, as the head coach, you've got to sit there and say, hey, listen, this isn't working. He's not on his game today. Sometimes I know you got Hall of Fame quarterback. You think they're going to just turn it on. But Aaron's 42. He's not, 35-year-old Aaron Rodgers or 30-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's 42 years old. Once he starts having a bad game, like, that could continue. He's talked himself about, like, you wake up certain days and you feel better than others. Like, it could have been one of the days he woke up and just didn't feel right. Like, body's hurting. He's aching. It's late in the season. Like, take the ball out of his hands. We didn't need him to win this game. He just had to manage it. Right. And we didn't even do that. We made him go try to win it against the second best pass defense in the league. Mm-hmm. Craziness. We'll flip to the other side of the field, talk about this defense a little bit.
Sure.
So let's talk about some more shitty scheme.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was equally shitty on the other side of the ball. Why the hell did we run so much zone?
Wait. Well, first, let's talk about War Room. War Room, you're like, oh, they got to run cover one. They got to run man. That's the key to this. I was like, what do they do? Right off the bat, they go out in zone, and he starts throwing the ball. And they made Sanders look so much better than he is. Didn't you say we got to rush 5? They rushed 4.
Yes, the whole time, all the way up until they started creating turnovers. I was
so funny to see them do the exact opposite of what you have been watching all week.
Yes.
Get ready for War Room. And they do the complete opposite. And it's the whole reason why I'm like, what was the preparation in this? Did you guys watch film? Did guys getting paid millions of dollars? Did you go in and watch any film of Shedeur Sanders whatsoever? Because it didn't look like it in that first quarter. In that first quarter, it looked like you didn't watch shit. You were just like, oh, it's Shedeur Sanders. He sucks. We're just going to go do whatever we want. And it's going to work out great. Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I was getting pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting really pissed.
I blinked and they were up 10-0. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes, and his favorite route in the zone concept is these middle of the field crossing routes, and they just left a fucking ocean for Shedeur to throw to every goddamn time. And I'm like, if I had hair, I'd have fucking plucked every one of them out during that time period because I was livid. I was like, this makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I can't remember if it was Fan or who it was when they dusted Clark.
Oh God, yes. God, Jesus.
Oh,
yes.
Dude.
Yeah. That was the one time they ran man, and I'm like, Chuck Clark's in the fucking slot in the nickel. Why is Chuck Clark in the nickel? And it was the Cedric Tillman. It was that fucking kid from Tennessee. I'm like, this is an absolute fucking nobody. He just dusted Clark. Like, the kid's probably got, I don't even know. I didn't even look up. He's probably got 10 catches on the fucking year.
I started getting
Clark.
PTSD from the fucking Green Bay Packers game with Clark out there. I was like, Jesus Christ, get him off the field, please. Oh.
Like, I didn't understand it.
As soon as they quit doing that shit and started applying pressure, Shedeur Sanders got exposed badly.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. And
he looked like garbage.
He did not look great at all. And then he was throwing some ducks bad.
Yeah.
But you get the interceptions and nothing comes of it. So it's just like, God fucking damn it, right? Like, but Alex Highsmith once again was fucking phenomenal. Sawyer with a fucking another interception. I've been actually impressed with him. He comes up big sometimes. Like it's not like he's a liability out there. He actually makes plays.
No.
Like I watched one rep all 22 where like it was a run up the middle and they left him unblocked and he fucking smoked that guy. That guy didn't even get a yard.
Yep.
And I was just like, damn, all right.
You could tell he's been watching a lot of what Alex and TJ do. He did that same thing where he just flattens out and straight down the line behind the offensive line.
Exactly what he did. Yep.
Yeah. He definitely has learned that from those guys because he didn't do those type of things at Ohio State. Like he didn't make that play at Ohio State. He would try to chase it down from behind, but the flatten out and get straight down the line, he's definitely learned that from watching the two guys ahead of him.
No, he looked good, man. Like I know he's a fourth rounder, and I know that we're not, he's the fourth guy on the depth chart. But like, dude, he has not played like a fourth guy, in my opinion. I think he's done really well. But Highsmith, Jesus, Highsmith
did a game.
Yeah, he's been the guy, for my opinion, for a while now, really. But
he flipped a switch in this game. Like at one point, you could really see it. It was somewhere in the second quarter that it was like nobody's making plays. We're in this fucking zone. He knew the defense was struggling in coverage, and he just flipped a switch and just decided that the tackle was not going to stop him. And then they started chipping. They started double teaming him. There was a really nice thing I saw the defensive line did. They had a shift at one point in the game, and it ended up being on the it was the first sack for Alex. The defensive line shifted because they kept trying to double Alex, and Cam Hayward lined up over top of the tackle. So that left the tight end one-on-one with Alex because Cam ate both guys, the guard and the tackle. He just went straight into both guys, and it left one-on-one on Alex. And you're not going to block him with tight end.
Cam knew to do that.
Yeah, it was a smart play. He moved down, and then they shifted. I can't remember who the other interior guy shifted down over top the center, so they couldn't shift the other way and change their protection. There was nothing they could do, and it just left Alex one-on-one.
You want to hear the top 5 PFF grades for defense?
I would love to because I'm curious.
Chuck Clark was number 1. 82.4. Alex Highsmith was 80.4. He did good, but not as good as Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark was just... Joey Porter Jr. was 73.7. Peyton Wilson, 71.1. And then Logan Lee, 70.3.
What? Yeah. Was it because Logan Lee let the ball hit him in the fucking head and Jack Sawyer caught it? I mean...
I don't know.
He had I think he had a tackle for a loss or no gain. I did see him in there for that. JPJ, I do actually understand because I didn't see him give up anything that I would have considered a reception against him.
Nothing too bad.
There was one in his zone, and I couldn't tell whose responsibility it was. It was a deep in. It basically was just offensive scheme beat defensive scheme. It was like one of those plays. I couldn't tell who should have picked him up because there was 2 crossers, and then there was a backside crosser coming, so it was kind of a weird.
Cam had a 66 grade. Kyle Duggar had a 67.5. ASJ, Son Samuel, had 69.9. Jeremiah Moon.
I didn't think he played well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought that was strange. I can go to this other one where they show the like bad grades and stuff like that. They had good, bad. Yaya Black. I can't ever say his first name right. 47.0.
He played bad.
Keanu Benton, 37.2.
He played very bad. I agree with that one.
Okay. Like I gotta, let me if I can find it. Jesus Christ. The chart here, like below, I think they consider 60 below 60 is bad. And they had Harrison, Sawyer, Black, and Benton below 60. How the fuck does Sawyer get a below 60 grade? That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just me.
I guess because he doesn't want a lot of pass rush reps. I don't know.
Herbig, they had right on the 60 line, like right below it, which I also don't understand. Queen just right above it, but I thought Queen had a good game, so I didn't understand.
I actually thought Queen played pretty well.
Yeah.
They see. Here's what the thing with PFF and Patrick Queen, I think that gets him a lot of times is they give a lot of receptions to the closest man, and in zone at times because he has the speed that he has. There's times it's not his zone, and they'll give it to him because he ends up being the closest guy. I don't agree with that one. I thought Patrick Queen played pretty well.
Yeah, I thought he did fine.
Felt like we missed Eccles and Pierre in this game. Imagine what that first drive looks like, even in zone, if you've got
right. I mean, dude,
Jalen Ramsey at back, not Chuck Clark, because I'm telling you right now, Chuck Clark was not the highest rated defense.
Like the thing about Eccles, besides the fact that his coverage skills have been really good, is that also he's a really good tackler. Like he's really good at that. I mean, you get Pierre back, a guy that's been really good in coverage too. Like, yeah, it hurt. It hurt not having them, which is why I tried to fucking tell everybody this game wasn't going to be easy.
I know. I picked low scoring. I didn't pick low enough scoring, but I did pick low scoring in this one. I thought that. I mean, I picked 24-20. I thought the Steelers at least score 20 points, and I thought I thought we would do something stupid on defense, which they did in the beginning, that would let them get to 20. When they scored 10 right off the bat, I was like, I knew it. I knew they were going to get to 20 points. They ended up not doing it because the defense definitely made some changes, but. Man, did you want to hear any offensive grades? I know. Yes, I do. I do actually. Yep.
But I figured you're probably a little bit curious.
For sure.
Let's see. Best grades were Mason McCormick. McCormick got a 73.9 grade.
I thought he played well.
Yeah. Let me go to this other tab so I can show you more of the offense. It is 1 second here. McCormick 73.9. Pat Freiermuth was number 2 at 69.7.
Yeah, definitely don't throw him the fucking ball.
Spencer Anderson 67.2. Dylan Cook was 4th with 65.5. Then
must have been all those pressures he gave up.
Then Pete 64.4.
He was terrible. No. No.
let's see here. Miller got 62.7. Warren 61.5. He hardly played, so I don't know. Foetano 61.2. So that's your grades pretty much for that. As far as like getting a little more like the bad. Let's see here. Who did they have? Their bad was Adam Thielen, 48.9.
Yeah, he never got open. And had drops.
MVS 47.7. So yeah, I mean, you can see the full chart here. All their guys that were way down below the 60 grade for good. They had Connor Hayward below. They had Roman Wilson, Rodgers. If I remember correctly, Rodgers had like a 54 grade by PFF. Frazier was also way down low. He was in like the 52 range.
Actually, I thought he struggled a little bit in this game.
But Scantling, yeah, MVS, Thielen, and Gainwell were the 3 lowest graded offensive players.
When that's the guys that are getting force-fed the ball, that's not a good thing, is it?
Correct.
You want to hear my note on Andres Pete?
Sure.
You ready for this? Since he had such a great grade according to PFF. Andres Pete killed the first drive alone. 2 horrible block attempts on Warren's second run and Gainwell third down carry. And that was my first note on that fucker. Single-handedly destroyed the first drive of the game.
Apparently that was Frazier's fault since they gave him somewhere around 53 grade as well. So,
I mean, at one point he was supposed to do a reach block. So for people who don't know, like it's usually when like if the defender's lined up on one side of you, you're supposed to try to work around him to get that block and turn him back the other way. Andres Pete ran behind him and then stuck his arms out like this with his back to him, trying to block him. His back to him. I don't know what offensive line has ever been taught to block with your back, but that's what fucking Andres Pete was trying to do on this play. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
He's trying to box him out.
I mean, at that point, just fucking fall over and hope the guy trips over you because you didn't block anybody. I was like, oh, this is bad.
That's
this is why the jumbo.
Let me know how it works out for you.
Yes, like this is why the jumbo package struggles when Isaac Seumalo is not on the field. Right here, it's right here. I mean, I do agree. I think Zach Frazier didn't play his best game. I actually did think Mason McCormick played pretty well.
Yeah,
I thought he had a good game.
Of him doing pretty good. I didn't see anything showing Frazier struggling, but I just didn't notice too.
It wasn't like anything major. He didn't have his game. There was some blocks he missed. They thought he was horrible.
But Scantling took the cake. He was the lowest graded one, and we target him the most out of anybody.
Jesus Christ.
How does that work?
That's so perfect. That is so perfect.
I just don't understand how he was so like out of sync with Rodgers. Like
he's been playing with him for fucking forever.
He was constantly not being in the right spot. Like the whole time he did the exact opposite of what he should do. And that's what's so strange. And again, makes me question the preparation for this game. One of the plays in the end zone, he's supposed to run a slant route. He ends up getting stuck where he can't and then breaks it outside, and Aaron still threw the slant route. That was almost picked off in the end zone. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? We did this last week. Do you want to do players of the game? It's going to be hard to find 3 guys on offense, but we could do 3 offense, 3 defense again. Yeah, we can do that if you want that to be like our little end of the show thing. I don't give a fuck. So what do you want to do? Offense or defense first?
Let's fire up the offense first. It was the worst one.
Top 3 offensive players. I'm going to go with Muth. After that,
it's tough.
Yeah,
I will give you a hint. I have a third thing on my list, but it is not a player because I couldn't find 3 players.
I'm going to say Cook because he didn't give up a sack.
Okay, we'll take that.
Take that, Bob.
Do you have a third you want to throw out there? You satisfied with two?
Warren, he was averaging 5.3 or whatever, and it looked like he was going to do well, and they shut him down.
All right, I had. It is all over Bob's Pierce nipples here. I had two of the same players as you. I had Jalen Warren first because I thought he was the most effective player. We just decided not to give him the ball. Pat Freiermuth, leading receiver, probably should have got more targets in this game. And then for my third offensive, I had 0 turnovers despite 5 goddamn fumbles. So congratulations. You put the ball in the dirt 5 times, but at least you recovered them all. So
Yes.
I couldn't find a third. I almost put Mason McCormick in there, to be honest with you.
That's tough.
There wasn't 3 good players.
Yeah.
Defense. Who you got on defense?
Highsmith won. I'm gonna go Highsmith. I'm gonna go Sawyer because he had the interception. I would go Digger because he had the other one, but he also very strange giving up that pass for a touchdown. I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, did he just not see the ball or something?
I think he just lost it. So I watched that one on the film a few times because I was like, I don't know what he was seeing. He was coming from pretty far across the field, and he just turned and looked at the receiver and never looked back and relocated the ball by the time it was coming down. So he totally lost it. It looked way worse in game than on tape.
I think he made up for it. I mean, he got a turnover, so that's going to be my third guy. I just these guys that got turnovers or applied this much pressure and like as Alex did, those were the guys that gave that offense a chance to fucking go down the field and score, and they just didn't do it. So, but there's other guys too, like the instance you don't hear their name, that's a good thing. Like JPJ, he didn't give up any big plays.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's mine.
My top 3, I had Alex Highsmith. That's as obvious can get. He was the most effective player on the field on defense. I actually went Patrick Queen on this one. He was flying around and he made some plays. There was a couple plays where, he was getting out in space on the screenplay. He blew it up before the offensive line could even locate him. Thought he played well. He had some really nice run stops. He had a couple TFLs. So I thought he did well. And I did put Kyle Duggar in there as my third. And a play that a lot of people forgot. There was one play earlier in the game on, I think, third drive of the game for the Browns, where he came from the safety spot and ran a safety run blitz and got a TFL as well. So it wasn't just the interception. And I think he had 8 tackles in the game.
I was just about to bring it up. He led the team in tackles with 8.
Yeah.
Next closest was Wilson and Ramsey and Hayward, Clark, and Queen with 5.
Yeah.
So
I thought outside of that one play, that was a bad look, but outside of that one play, I thought he actually played fairly well.
Yep.
So. Anything else that you have from the game that you wanted to talk about?
Boswell missing. It's 2 games in a row. Boswell missed a field goal.
What's going on with that?
So let's hope this is not a new trend, because they're going to be leaning on him heavily this game.
I wanted to ask you about this because we talked about that briefly last night, but I didn't think about this until today. Was Chris Kuntz playing?
Yes.
Was he playing? I know he was having some snap issues a couple games before.
I want to say
I was wondering if because the field goal kicking is such timing oriented, if anything was thrown off with that. I didn't notice anything, and I'll be honest with you, when I watch film, I don't freaking pay attention to the field goal units at all.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think I don't
look fine.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there were any snaps that were off. I don't think on the miss there was nothing. I specifically remember on the miss there was no issues.
Yeah, I knew the game before it was a bad snap, but Waitman still got it down.
Right. Yep.
But even when the holder gets it down, sometimes that just throws off timing just enough for a kicker. You're talking about inches throwing the ball off yards. Sometimes.
Unfortunately, both misses are on Boss.
I think so too.
On the bad snaps, they were made.
Yeah.
The ones he missed, there was nothing. There's nothing else. It was just him.
Yeah.
So let's hope this is not a trend.
Vaughn had a question earlier. I saved it till we got out of some of the Steeler talk here, but
Can someone tell me why Lindenbaum's 5th year wasn't picked up?
it's kind of shocking.
Do you know that? You probably don't know this. That's who I wanted the Steelers to draft.
So did I.
That's who I wanted them to draft. That was Kenny Pickett's year.
It's
Correct?
Kenny Pickett year. Yep. That was exactly what I wanted instead of Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, when they said this is a bad QB class, nobody's gonna be going to like the 3rd round. I was like, dude, this guy is a stud. This is the guy they should draft. But,
100%.
Yeah. So history. We saw with the history, and well, here we are.
I agree with you.
I don't know why they wouldn't pick up his 5th year. To my knowledge, he's been great.
He's been pretty good center all year. I mean, maybe they already know that. I don't know. Maybe they know that they wanted to put the pressure on him and see how he performs, and then do a contract after the season. But that's kind of stupid because he could go wherever he wants.
Vaughn. Who was the Steelers GM? Vaughn. Dave's not here to defend himself. Just stop.
Sid will make sure that Dave knows about it. He's got the culprit up there. I don't know. That is kind of strange though, because I think Linderbaum's been fine. He had a short injury stint, but he's not really been hurt a lot either.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. The whole thing's weird. Maybe they feel like they're going to move that Fulele guy to center next year since he's so bad at fucking guard.
Dude, with Baltimore, it's hard to tell what the fuck they're going to do. Oh, man, Sid's bringing out their seats. Passed on Creed Humphreys. But he got us Kendrick Green.
You know what? That might have been why we lost that game. Kendrick Green got signed to the practice squad for Cleveland before the game. That is exactly it.
They're ace in the hole. They knew what they were doing. They got the intel from him. Yep.
I'm surprised they didn't line him up at fullback. All right, buddy. We've been going pretty much every day this week. Anything else before we? I don't want to take this thing over an hour today.
I'm glad.
Anything else?
I'm glad the fantasy podcast got moved to Thursday. I could use.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you at all.
But hey, look, like I said on Twitter, no one brings you as much content like fake media like we do. So yeah.
It's good stuff.
That's all I got, buddy.
All right. Yep. I'm wrapped up for the night too. So, all right, chat. You guys were fantastic as always. Apparently, Bob and Dave made some appearances in the chat today, so they got to be happy about that. Poor Bob's not even here to defend himself, and he's got the flu. But
got the flu pierced nipples.
It still makes an appearance.
Yes, it does.
All right, guys, as always, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Our subscribers are definitely climbing right now, so we appreciate it. If you guys are sharing the content out there and getting more people to the channel, we really appreciate that. That's amazing. So keep it coming. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Oh, there's the money shot, baby.